We are talking about something entirely different. There is a legendary penny, a 2005 Lincoln penny with no mint mark, that collectors have been hunting for decades. This is not a coin you will see advertised in stores or find in a bankroll without knowing what you are looking for. Its rarity comes from a mysterious minting error, one that was never supposed to exist. Only a few of these coins were ever struck, and the ones that remain have become the ultimate collector's dream, fetching prices over $1.4 million at auction. A single penny, the coin that most of us treat as worthless, could be worth more than your car, your mortgage, or even a small house. The very thought of $1 million coin hiding in plain sight is enough to make anyone's heart race. And yet, that is exactly what this penny represents. It is a ghost from the mint, a secret mistake that somehow escaped into circulation and has been quietly traveling from pocket to pocket for years. Some have sat in drawers for decades, forgotten by their owners, while collectors have been scouring every corner of the country in search of this elusive treasure. The error that makes this coin so valuable is subtle, almost invisible to the untrained eye. It could be a slight doubling on the letters of Lincoln's name, or an off-center strike that gives the coin a strange metallic sheen. These tiny details are what set this penny apart from millions of ordinary 2005 pennies produced at the same time. In the world of numismatics, small mistakes can translate into unimaginable wealth. A single flaw, unnoticed by the general public, can turn an everyday coin into a one-of-a-kind masterpiece worth millions. You are cleaning out an old jar of coins that has been sitting in your attic for decades. You dump them onto the table, sift through them casually, when your eyes catch something strange. One penny looks slightly different from the others. The letters seem heavier, the dates slightly misaligned, the copper glint just a little off. Your heart skips a beat. You realize you may have stumbled upon the ultimate collector's find, a coin that could change your life in a single moment. This is the thrill that collectors live for, and it is exactly why the 2005 no-mint mark Lincoln penny has become legendary. Finding this coin is like participating in a real-life treasure hunt. The odds are slim, but the reward is astronomical. Some of the rarest examples of this penny have sold at auction for more than $1.4 million. That is not a typo. One coin, worth more than $1 million, sitting quietly in someone's pocket, drawer, or piggy bank, waiting for a lucky person to notice the subtle minting error. Every coin has a story, but this one is a story of luck, chance, and the thrill of discovery. Every scratch, every mark, every slight imperfection could mean the difference between an ordinary penny and a fortune hiding in plain sight. The minting error that created this coin was never intended to happen. It was a small flaw in the production process, an accident that normally would have been caught and corrected, but a few slipped through the cracks. And now, decades later, these coins are among the most sought-after treasures in the world of coin collecting. Experts spend hours examining coins under magnification, searching for the telltale signs, slight doubling on the letters, a faint ridge where it shouldn't be, or a subtle misalignment that gives the coin an almost supernatural quality. These are the details that make a coin worth millions. And for the person who discovers one, it is a life-changing moment. Collectors describe the feeling of finding such a coin as a mix of disbelief and exhilaration. The heart pounds, the hands shake, and the mind races with endless possibilities. Yet history has proven time and again that rare coins can carry fortunes, sometimes even more than a small business or inheritance. And the 2005 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is one of the finest examples of this truth. It is a coin that challenges our assumptions about value, reminding us that sometimes the most extraordinary treasures hide in the most ordinary places. These subtle clues could be the key to unlocking a fortune. Even experienced collectors admit that these coins are incredibly difficult to spot, which is what makes them so valuable. The coin may look like any other penny at first glance, but the difference is in the details. A slight imperfection, invisible to most, can mean the difference between ordinary pocket change and $1 million discovery. Imagine the possibilities if you do find one. Perhaps you are sitting at home, cleaning out a jar of coins, when suddenly, there it is. The realization hits. You are holding a coin that is worth over $1 million. The excitement, the disbelief, and the sheer joy are overwhelming. You could sell it at auction, and in a single day, your life could be transformed. Bills paid off, dreams realized, opportunities suddenly within reach. This is not just a fantasy. People have found coins like this before, and they have truly changed their lives. And it could happen to you. Some collectors even take it a step further. They hunt through old coin rolls from banks, sift through change collected over decades, and study mint records in search of clues. The 2005 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is elusive, but that is exactly what makes it so thrilling. The coin embodies the spirit of discovery, the idea that anyone, anywhere, could stumble upon a treasure hidden in plain sight. And that is the heart of the story. The possibility that your next mundane chore, cleaning out a desk or counting your change, could suddenly become a hunt for $1 million prize. Over the years, the stories of people who have found rare coins like this have become almost legendary. Some were ordinary collectors who stumbled upon a hidden gem, while others were meticulous searchers who studied coins for years, developing an eye for subtle imperfections. The results are the same: life-changing discoveries, fortunes realized, and the thrill of being part of something truly extraordinary. The 2005 no-mint mark Lincoln penny has earned a place in that history, a symbol of luck, patience, and the extraordinary potential hidden in the ordinary. It is also a reminder that value is not always obvious. Most people pass by a coin without a second thought, but for those who know what to look for, even the smallest piece of metal can hold unimaginable wealth. That is the allure of coin collecting, and it is why collectors dedicate so much time and energy to finding rare errors. The joy is not just in the money, but in the hunt, the discovery, and the knowledge that something seemingly ordinary could be worth more than anything you ever imagined. If you have a collection of pennies at home, now is the time to take a closer look. Examine each coin carefully. Check for missing mint marks, subtle doubling, or irregular metal strikes. Use a magnifying glass if you have one, and pay attention to even the smallest details. You could be holding the key to a life-changing discovery. And even if you do not find $1 million coin today, the thrill of searching, the excitement of possibility, and the knowledge that such treasures exist is an adventure in itself. The 2005 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is more than just a coin. It is a testament to chance, history, and the enduring fascination with hidden treasures. It reminds us that extraordinary opportunities can exist in the most ordinary places. It challenges us to look closer, to question assumptions, and to embrace the thrill of discovery. Every coin tells a story, but some coins, like this one, have the power to change lives. In the end, it is the possibility, the hope, and the excitement that make this coin so captivating. Someone, somewhere, will find the next 2005 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. It could be hidden in a jar, tucked into a drawer, or even rolling across the floor right now. And when it is found, it will be more than just a coin. It will be a life-changing moment, a story of luck and discovery, a reminder that fortune can hide in plain sight. That next lucky person could be you. So stop, look, and examine your coins carefully. Among the ordinary, the extraordinary may be waiting, $1 million secret hiding in your hands. Collectors are desperate to pay over $1.5 million for this specific 2002 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. Why? Because of a mysterious minting error that was never supposed to exist, a glitch in the system that has turned a simple copper coin into one of the rarest and most sought-after treasures in the numismatic world. You are cleaning out an old jar of coins, maybe the ones that have been sitting untouched for decades, or digging through the change in your car. Most of the coins are forgotten, overlooked, insignificant. But suddenly, your fingers brush against something that looks familiar, yet somehow different. The date reads 2002, but something about the penny catches your eye. Maybe it's the way the letters look slightly doubled, or how the metallic strike seems off-center. At first, you think your eyes are playing tricks on you, but deep down, you sense it. You may have just stumbled upon a coin worth more than a house, more than a lifetime of careful saving. This is the ultimate real-life treasure hunt, and you could be the lucky person to hold the prize. The 2002 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is unique because it escaped the usual minting standards. Most pennies produced at the Philadelphia Mint in 2002 had a subtle P mint mark, a tiny letter that identifies its origin. But for reasons still debated among experts, a small batch of these coins was accidentally released without the mint mark. This anomaly makes it instantly recognizable to trained collectors and incredibly valuable to anyone who understands the market. The coin carries the aura of mystery, like a ghost from the mint that has been silently circulating for decades, waiting for someone to finally notice its secret. But the magic of this coin isn't just in its missing mint mark. Close inspection reveals subtle errors that only the most discerning eyes can catch. Look carefully at the letters in Liberty or the date itself. Do they appear slightly doubled or blurred? Is the strike just a little off-center, as if the coin skipped a beat during production? These tiny imperfections are not flaws. They are the fingerprints of a rare event, the telltale signs that this is not an ordinary penny. Every detail matters. Every ridge and shadow tells a story of rarity that collectors would pay millions to own. Imagine the possibilities. You're sitting at your kitchen table, sifting through a handful of coins you've collected over the years, maybe laughing at how many of them are completely worthless. Then, your hand stops. You freeze. Something about this coin feels different. The copper glints in the light, catching your eye in a way no ordinary penny ever has. Your heart races. Could this be the one? You run your fingers over the edges, the faint ridges, the letters that appear almost alive, doubled in a way that hints at its unique minting. You realize that you might have just found $1 million coin hiding in plain sight, a treasure that has been waiting for decades for someone to recognize its worth. Collectors are obsessed with coins like this, and it's easy to understand why. The 2002 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny has been turning heads in the numismatic community for years. Stories abound of coins from this batch selling for staggering sums, with some reaching values that can change lives. People have reported market sales climbing into the millions for coins in top condition, perfectly preserved, with every detail intact. These coins could be anywhere, stuck in circulation, resting in an old piggy bank, hidden in loose change forgotten in a drawer. No one knows where the next one will appear, but when it does, it's likely to make headlines, creating instant millionaires from seemingly ordinary households. This is more than just a coin. It's a symbol of luck, timing, and careful observation. It's the kind of discovery that dreams are made of, the tangible evidence that sometimes life rewards patience and attention to detail. For those who have been collecting coins for years, this is the holy grail. For casual finders, it's the opportunity of a lifetime. Imagine paying off your mortgage with a single coin, seeing your financial worries vanish with the simple recognition of something that everyone else overlooked. This isn't a fantasy. It's very real, and it could happen today. That if you want to know how to spot this rare penny, you need to know exactly what to look for. The first clue is the date. A 2002 penny without a mint mark immediately stands out to the trained eye, but beginners should also examine the finer details. Every detail counts. Even the smallest deviation can indicate that you are holding one of the most valuable pennies ever released. They were never meant to exist, which is what makes them so valuable. The minting error that caused the missing mark was quickly corrected, and most of the coins were removed from circulation. But some slipped through the cracks, quietly traveling from pocket to pocket, jar to jar, and wallet to wallet. That means there's a real chance that someone out there, somewhere, could discover a life-changing fortune in the most unlikely place. It could be your wallet, your coin collection, or even a forgotten roll of change from the grocery store. Collectors are willing to pay top dollar because the 2002 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny is a piece of history. It tells a story of human error and chance, of a moment when the ordinary became extraordinary. It's not just copper. It's a bridge to the past, a connection to a rare event that few will ever witness. Holding this coin is like holding a secret that only a select few know, a secret that can turn a humble collector into a millionaire. The thrill isn't just in the money. It's in the discovery, in the knowledge that you found something that most people will never see in their lifetime. You're sorting through coins, maybe bored, maybe nostalgic, when suddenly you notice something odd. Your eyes catch the missing mint mark, and your breath catches. Your hands tremble slightly as you hold the coin closer to the light, revealing the subtle errors that confirm your suspicion. You have found it, the 2002 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny. You have stumbled onto a coin that could be worth over $1 million. The excitement is overwhelming, the possibility tangible. This is what collectors live for, what enthusiasts dream about, and what anyone holding this penny could experience in an instant. It's easy to overlook ordinary coins, to assume that every penny is worth nothing more than its face value. But the 2002 no mint Mark Lincoln penny proves that treasure can hide in the most mundane places. It's a reminder that the world still holds secrets, that luck and attention to detail can reward those willing to look closely. Every coin has a story, but very few have the potential to rewrite someone's life entirely. This coin is more than metal. It is an opportunity, a symbol of hidden wealth that could be discovered by someone paying just a little attention. So don't wait. Stop what you're doing and check your coins. Look through your jar of spare change. Inspect the pennies you've collected over the years, and pay close attention to the date and mint mark. Examine every detail, the letters, the edges, the strike. If something looks doubled, off-center, or just slightly unusual, you may be holding a fortune in your hand. This isn't speculation. This is history, rarity, and value combined into a single, unassuming copper coin. The 2002 no mint Mark Lincoln penny is proof that life can be full of surprises. It reminds us that sometimes incredible things are hidden right under our noses. One lucky finder could discover a coin worth over $1 million while doing something as ordinary as counting spare change. It's the ultimate treasure hunt, a story waiting to be told, a secret waiting to be uncovered. And that finder, that person who notices the tiny mint mark and the subtle doubling, could be anyone. It could be you. So take a moment. Look carefully. Every detail matters. Your next jar of coins could contain a hidden fortune, a rare 2002 Lincoln penny with no mint mark that will change your life forever. Don't dismiss what seems ordinary. Treasure hides in plain sight, and sometimes the smallest things can carry the greatest value. We are talking about a 1979 Lincoln penny, a coin that millions of people have handled without a second thought, but hidden among those ordinary coins is a rare error so mysterious, so unexpected that collectors have spent decades searching for it. This is not just pocket change. This is a ghost from the mint, and today you are going to learn exactly how to find it. Now, imagine this for a moment. You are cleaning out your house, maybe going through an old box, or finally deciding to sort through that jar of coins you have been ignoring for years. You dump the coins onto the table and start flipping through them one by one, nickels, quarters, dimes, nothing special, and then you see a copper-colored penny dated 1979 with a tiny D mint mark beneath the date. At first glance, it seems completely normal, but something feels off. The letters look slightly strange, the numbers appear just a little bit doubled, and in that exact moment, without even realizing it, yet you might be holding a fortune in the palm of your hand. This is the kind of discovery that has turned ordinary people into overnight millionaires, and yes, it has happened before. Now, let's go deeper into what makes this coin so incredibly valuable. The 1979 Lincoln penny was minted in Denver. Like millions of others, most of them are only worth a few cents today, but a tiny number of these coins were struck with a rare and highly unusual minting error, an error that was never supposed to happen during the minting process. Coins are created using dies that press the design into blank metal discs, but sometimes something goes wrong. The die may shift slightly, or it may strike the coin more than once at slightly different angles. When that happens, it creates what collectors call doubling, and this is where things get exciting because not all doubling is equal. There is a specific type of doubling known as double die that is extremely rare and incredibly valuable. This is not damage. This is not wear and tear. This is a mistake created during the actual manufacturing of the coin, and collectors are obsessed with it. On the rare 1979 penny, the doubling can appear on the date, the lettering, or even the profile of Abraham Lincoln himself. The effect is subtle, but once you see it, you cannot unsee it. The letters may look like they have shadows, the edges may appear slightly blurred or duplicated. It is as if the coin has two designs overlapping each other just slightly out of alignment, and that tiny imperfection is what turns a 1-cent coin into a $1 million treasure. Now, here is where the mystery deepens. Some experts believe that a small number of these coins were struck on the wrong type of metal instead of the standard copper-plated zinc composition used during that time. A few may have been struck on a different planchet, possibly left over from earlier years. This creates a coin with a different weight, a different color, and a completely different value. These are known as off-metal strikes, and when combined with doubling, the value can skyrocket into the millions. This is why collectors are willing to pay such extraordinary amounts, because coins like this are not just rare, they are nearly impossible to replicate. They are one-of-a-kind mistakes frozen in time. Now, Let me ask you something. How many pennies have you ignored in your life? How many times have you seen a coin on the ground and walked right past it? How many jars of coins are sitting in homes across the country right now completely untouched? The truth is most people never look closely enough. They assume all pennies are the same. They assume there is nothing special about them, but you are different now because you know what to look for. So here is exactly what you need to do. First, find a 1979 penny that is your starting point. Then look just below the date for the mint mark. If there is a small letter D, that means it was minted in Denver. That is important. Next, examine the coin under good lighting. If possible, use a magnifying glass or even the zoom function on your phone camera. Focus on the date and the lettering. Look for signs of doubling. Are the numbers slightly duplicated? Do the letters look like they have a shadow effect? Is anything slightly misaligned or off-center? Trust your instincts here. If something looks unusual, do not ignore it. That could be the moment that changes everything. Also, pay attention to the color and weight of the coin. Does it look slightly different from other pennies? Does it feel heavier or lighter? These could be signs of a rare metallic error. Now, here is something very important. Condition matters. A coin that is in better condition is always worth more. If you find a potential error coin, do not clean it. Do not polish it. Do not try to make it look better. Cleaning a coin can actually destroy its value completely. Instead, place it in a safe holder and consider having it evaluated by a professional grading service. This is how serious collectors determine the true value of a coin. Now, imagine the possibilities. A single penny, something most people would not even bend down to pick up, could pay off your mortgage, could change your financial future, could give you the freedom you have always dreamed of. And the craziest part is this: it might already be in your possession right now at this very moment, sitting quietly waiting to be discovered. There are stories of people finding valuable coins in the most unexpected places: old piggy banks inherited from relatives, loose change from grocery stores, coins returned as change at gas stations, even coins found in parking lots. Every one of those stories started the same way, with someone taking a closer look. So why not you? Why not today? Why not right now? Because the next great discovery is not reserved for experts or professionals. It is waiting for someone who is curious enough to look, someone who is patient enough to search, someone who refuses to overlook the ordinary. That someone could be you. Take a moment after this video ends. Go find your coins, check your drawers, your wallets, your cars, your jars, spread them out, and start looking one by one, slowly, carefully, intentionally, because hidden among those ordinary coins could be an extraordinary treasure. 1979 D Lincoln penny with a rare minting error worth over $1.6 million. But hidden inside that ordinary appearance could be a staggering fortune worth over $1.9 million. This is the story of the 1964 D Lincoln penny that was never supposed to exist in the way it does. A coin surrounded by mystery, rare errors, and a level of value that has stunned collectors across the United States. And the most unbelievable part is this: it could still be out there in circulation right now. Picture this for a moment. You are cleaning out your car. Maybe you are going through old boxes in your garage, or finally sorting that jar of coins sitting on your kitchen shelf. You are not expecting anything, just routine cleaning. Then suddenly, you notice a penny that looks just a little different. The date reads 1964. Beneath it, a small letter D. And something about the letters or numbers looks slightly off, slightly doubled, slightly unusual. That moment could be the difference between an ordinary day and a life-changing discovery. The 1964 D Lincoln penny comes from a fascinating time in American coin history. The early 1960s were a period of massive demand for coins. The United States Mint was under pressure to produce more coins than ever before. Mistakes happened, corners were cut, and sometimes errors slipped through that were never meant to leave the mint. Most 1964 D pennies are completely ordinary. They are worth only a few cents, maybe a little more in great condition. But a tiny number of them carry rare minting errors that transform them into something extraordinary. One of the most talked about features is doubling. This happens when the design is stamped onto the coin more than once, slightly misaligned. The result is a ghost-like effect where letters and numbers appear doubled or shadowed. To the untrained eye, it might look like a minor flaw, but to collectors, it is a sign of something incredibly rare. Now imagine that doubling appearing clearly on the word Liberty or the date 1964. Imagine the mint mark D looking slightly off-center or unusual. These small details can mean everything. They are the clues that separate a common penny from one worth a fortune. But doubling is not the only thing to look for. Some of these rare coins were struck on the wrong type of metal. During that time, the composition of pennies was carefully controlled. However, there have been cases where coins were accidentally struck on experimental or leftover planchets. These rare metallic errors can increase the value dramatically. Think about it. A coin that was never supposed to be made. A mistake that slipped past quality control. Released into circulation where it has been hiding for decades. Passed from hand to hand. Forgotten in drawers. Ignored in jars. This is not just a coin. It is a hidden piece of history. Collectors are constantly searching for these rare varieties. Auctions have seen incredible prices when the right coin appears in the right condition. And when you combine a rare error with a well-preserved coin, the value can skyrocket into the millions. That is why people are willing to pay over $1.9 million for the right 1964 Lincoln penny. Now here is the part that should grab your attention. These coins were never officially removed from circulation. There was no recall, no announcement, no way to track them all down. That means they are still out there, right now. In pockets, in piggy banks, in old collections that have not been checked in years. You might be wondering how to identify one of these rare coins. The first step is simple. Find a 1964 penny with a D mint mark. The mint mark is located just below the date. It is small, but clearly visible if you look closely. Once you have that, you need to examine the details carefully. Look at the letters in Liberty. Do they appear sharp and clean, or do you see a slight doubling effect? Check the date. Are the numbers perfectly aligned, or do they look like they have a faint shadow? Turn the coin under light. Sometimes the doubling becomes more visible at certain angles. Take your time. This is not something you want to rush. Next, pay attention to the overall strike of the coin. Does it look normal, or does something feel slightly off? Trust your instincts. Many collectors have found valuable coins simply because something did not look quite right. Condition also matters. A coin that has been well preserved will always attract more attention. But do not dismiss a worn coin too quickly. Even coins that show signs of age can still carry rare errors that make them extremely valuable. Now imagine the possibilities. You are sitting at home right now. Maybe you have a handful of coins nearby. Maybe there is a jar in another room filled with years of loose change. What if the coin you are looking for is already in your possession? What if you have been holding $1 million treasure without even realizing it? This is what makes coin collecting so exciting. It is not just about history or metal. It is about the thrill of discovery. The idea that something incredibly valuable could be hiding in plain sight. And unlike many other treasures, you do not need expensive equipment or special access to find it. All you need is attention, patience, and a willingness to look closely at the coins you already have. There are stories of people who found valuable coins in the most ordinary places. A forgotten drawer, a box of old belongings, even spare change received during everyday purchases. These discoveries are real. They happen more often than you might think, and every time one of these rare coins is found, it proves something important. The next one is still out there, waiting. The 1964 Lincoln penny with rare errors is one of those coins that continues to capture the imagination of collectors. It represents the perfect combination of rarity, mystery, and value. A coin that should have been ordinary but became extraordinary because of a simple mistake. That mistake is your opportunity. So here is what you need to do. Start checking your coins today. Do not ignore pennies. Do not assume they are worthless. Look at each one carefully. Pay attention to the details. Focus on the date and the mint mark. Take your time and enjoy the process. Because you are not just searching for coins. You are searching for a life-changing discovery. Imagine the moment you realize what you have found. The excitement, the disbelief, the realization that something so small could have such a massive impact on your life. A single coin, a single moment, a fortune hiding in plain sight. And the best part is this. You do not need luck alone. You need awareness. Most people overlook these coins because they do not know what to look for. Now you do. That puts you ahead. That gives you a real chance. The next 1964 Lincoln penny worth over $1.9 million is out there. It has been waiting for decades, passed over by countless people who never noticed its hidden secret. Not be one of them. Check your pockets.